This lecture is about the organization of a paragraph. First of all, dear students, you must know what the paragraph is. A paragraph is a group of sentences about a single topic. A paragraph is a group of related sentences that develop one main idea, which is the topic of the paragraph. Here, a paragraph, you must know that a paragraph has three parts: a topic sentence and several supporting sentences and a concluding sentence. The topic sentence is the first sentence of a paragraph, but a paragraph should explain the writer's main idea. The sentences of a paragraph explain the writer's main idea. The main idea means the most important idea. In academic writing, a paragraph is mostly between 5 or 10 sentences, but it can be longer or shorter depending upon your topic. So the first sentence of a paragraph is usually indented. Indented means moved in a few spaces. Moved in. You can see here a few lines are given, and the first line is indented. Indented means moved in a few spaces. So a paragraph has three parts. You can see here a picture of sandwich is given here. So a paragraph is like a sandwich. How? The topic sentence and the concluding sentences are the two pieces of bread enclosing the meat. The supporting sentences. In between you can see the meat. So these are the supporting sentences. The first slice of bread is the topic sentence, and the last slice of bread is the concluding sentence. And in the supporting sentences, you elaborate, you clarify the topic that is given at the topic sentence. You can see here is another diagram is given. Topic sentence is written, in between you have supporting sentences, and then you will have concluding sentences. So the topic sentence is, what is the topic sentence? A topic sentence is the first sentence of a paragraph. It is the first sentence in a paragraph. Experienced writers put topic sentence at the end. Most of the experienced writer, most of the professionals put the topic sentence, can put the topic sentence anywhere in the paragraph, but students like you should write the topic sentence at the beginning. This helps the readers understand the paragraph easily. The topic sentence, just by looking at the topic sentence, by reading it, readers will know what the paragraph will be about. It is the most general sentence of a paragraph. A topic sentence should be neither too general nor too specific. It is the writer's main focus. So the topic sentence gives the topic and the controlling idea. A topic sentence has two parts. One is the topic, another is the controlling idea. What is the controlling idea? A controlling idea is related with the aspect of the topic. For example, an aspect has a topic can be very broad. For example, a friend, if you are writing about a friend, if you are writing about your friend, so you will be much confused when you are given a topic about a friend, because friend is the topic which is considered to be very general. For example, you can think about kinds of friends, you can think about new friends, you can think about old friends, you can think about best friends, you can think about childhood friends, friends from school, casual friends, how to make friends, what is a friend. So you have to make it, you have to narrow the topic. Then what will you do in order to make the topic narrow? You will just choose one aspect. For example, what is a friend? So you will make a list of ideas that will come about friend in your mind. For example, have fun with, hang out with, play sports with, share secrets, can trust, share problem, is loyal, can depend on, ask advice, help each other, enjoy same activities, like the same movies, sports. So you can see that just if you are going to write about what a friend is, you will have many ideas. So you have to choose one aspect of that topic. Here you can see that we can have causes, we can discuss the causes of one topic, we can discuss the causes of, for example, corruption. We can discuss the steps we have to follow while making tea. We can have, we have to discuss the sections that you have in your college: science section, art section, and you can have, you can also discuss the aspect of problems, you can also discuss the aspect of changes. So you have to choose one aspect of that topic, and that aspect is called controlling idea. Controlling idea controls the whole paragraph. You limit your views around that topic. Here you have some sentences. People give many reasons for owning a car. So here you can see what is that, where is the topic? Owning a car is the topic, and what is the controlling idea? Reasons. You have to give reasons of owning a car. Indonesia is very interesting country to visit. So if you are describing a country, you will have a picture of that country, and you will have many aspects of that country in your mind. So here one controlling idea is given, interesting. So you will have to just write the interesting thing that you will find in Indonesia. So dogs make excellent pets. So topic is the dog, and controlling idea is excellent pet. Learning a second language creates job opportunities. This is also the same. So you can see that in these examples, the topic sentences are specifically structured. You have to structure it according to this pattern. Then supporting sentences. What are supporting sentences? These are the sentences that talk or explain the topic sentences. These are the sentences that give detail about the topic. Supporting sentences make the paragraph strong. Without supporting sentences, a paragraph will not exist. Without supporting sentences, a paragraph will not be developed. So how will you develop your supporting sentences? By giving examples, by giving anecdotes, by giving statistics, by giving quotations, and in this way you will have to develop your paragraph. These are the three common ways to develop a paragraph. You can give details about anything, you can describe anything, you can describe the shape of anything, you can describe the size of, you can narrate a story, you can narrate any kind of incident that happened to you. You can give your personal experiences, you can explain any procedure, you can give examples. So examples are also this examples are good support because they are specific, they make your message very clear. So here a sample paragraph has been given. Only one point has been described and supported and explained. A stitch in time saves 9. My mother, who likes to sew, used this simple saying to teach me the value of working on problems when they are very small. Originally, the saying referred to sewing. If you have small hole in a shirt, you can repair it with one stitch. But if you wait, the hole will get larger and it will take you 9 stitches. This simple sentence reminds me to take care of small problems before they become big problem. What technique has been used? The example, the writer has given the example of his mother in order to explain the point. So he has successfully supported the idea in the topic sentence. So the last part of a paragraph is the concluding sentence. Concluding sentence, as the name suggests, you can see here, is the last paragraph of the sentence that concludes your argument. We can finish the paragraph by repeating the main idea or giving a final comment about the topic. It should identify the connection between specific details and interpretations and explanations in the body and the idea you put forward in the topic sentence. Sums the main point and restarts the main idea in a different way. It reminds the readers of what the writer's main idea and supporting points were. It gives the same information in a slightly different way by using different words or different word order or different structure of sentences. A concluding sentence should not introduce a new point. So you must keep in mind that in paragraph writing you must follow certain order. It must be a whole structured. It must be very much ordered, and it must have all these parts